Familiar faces in the Murdaugh saga were in court today. Two hearings ended hours ago, one regarding the Mallory Beach fatal boat crash and another regarding Alex Murdaugh's attempt at an appeal in his double murder case. News 4's investigative reporter Ann Emerson was there.
It's a tale of two more cases in this ongoing legal tangle of issues involving the Murdaugh family. Today, Mallory Beach's former boyfriend, Anthony Cook, attended the 3-hour hearing. The attorney for Parker's Kitchen, one of the parties being sued in the wrongful death of Mallory Beach, argued for a summary judgment by the judge. Parker's is the convenience store that sold alcohol to an underage Paul Murdaugh when he showed the cashier his older brother's ID. An intoxicated Paul reportedly crashed the boat later that night, killing Mallory Beach. Parker's lawyer says all 6 of the occupants knew that Paul was extremely drunk and took on that risk. Parker's attorney even showed part of a Netflix documentary to the judge where Anthony Cook talks about the dangerously bad decisions made that night. They also argued that Parker's was already cleared by wrongdoing by SLED. Beach's attorney, Mark Tinsley, says that because these boat passengers were underage, the law says they can't assume any risk.
It's undisputed under the facts of this case that the boat riders, including and tragically Miss Mallory Beach, assumed the risk of getting on that dangerous boat, which ultimately led to her death.
This shouldn't have happened, Your Honor, because they had policies in place that were not communicated. They had violated the law. They knew they weren't properly training their people. They'd been told their training program was ineffective, and they ignored it all.
The judge said he would rule on the summary judgment no later than May 26. In the second hearing, Alex Murdaugh's attorney Jim Griffin asked the judge to release $160,000 from Alex's frozen assets in order to pay for his double murder appeal. But the appointed receiver to that money, John T. Lay, and an attorney for one of the alleged victims, Eric Bland, said that would be unfair to allow Murdaugh to use that money before it was divvied up between all of Alex's alleged victims.
As part of the agreement for us not to begin supplementary proceedings, we entered into agreement with the receiver that we would stand shoulder to shoulder and we would wait until all the assets were amassed and then put in the court. Exactly what Mr. Lay says. If you permit Mr. Griffin to get those fees now or those costs now, then Alex Murdaugh would get a preference.
What we hear is to be compensated for work going forward to handle this appeal. And I think that's completely appropriate.
Attorney John Lay went on to say that that money that's going to be divvied up out of the receivership for alleged financial victims could be released very soon. He did not give a firm date. Now, as far as Attorney Jim Griffin's request to use part of that money for Murdaugh's appeal, well, the judge said he would be getting back to him soon about that as well. Reporting in Lexington tonight, I'm Ann Emerson. Back to you.